Good morning, students. How are you all? So now we will continue with our chapter 17, Mind Intervention. So in our previous discussion, so now we have a new topic. The over extraction of fossil fuels means over extraction means we have a overuses of the fossil fuels like petroleum, petrol, diesel, biogas, solar energy, etc. They are the resource of the energy, okay, that are required for running the proper vehicles and a proper life. So if as we talk about the fossil fuels, so you also know very well the coal is being used as a fuel and source of energy. You know very well for the running locomotive power plants and other factories, and as well as number of type of coals are used for the uh, required for the energy. Okay, many of the plants there are huge use of coals for the factories, for the burning of fire, etc. And you know, petrol and petroleum products, they are also the resource of the energy for the car, scooter, buses, and other vehicles. And nowadays, more and more people are buying these vehicles for their comfort. So ultimately, there is need to be think about a particular things. When the vehicle increase, the decrease of the number of their fuels. That means there is need to be extraction of the fuels. There is need to be more, means over extraction, and they are and the main important thing is they are limited in nature, because the fossil fuels takes more time to produce in under the earth. They are formed by burning the dead and decayed plants and animal hundred of years ago. Okay, means we have to means we have to wait for the many hundred years to extract the fossil fuels. But nowadays we have in a small number of quantities, but we extract more and more. So there is a very huge problem that we are facing, or now we will face in our future. And the increasing the number of vehicles. So as you can see, the city roads are choked by the various kind of vehicles that are run on petrol and petroleum products like diesel. Okay, so they are not only consuming the natural resources, but at the same time polluting the atmosphere, because the petroleum and petroleum product, when they burn inside the vehicles, mean they, when the combustion of that particular fuels, they release the CO2 and CO2 means the carbon dioxide and CO means carbon monoxide, and they pollute the atmosphere. And sorry guys, when we obtain the fuels or crude oil like petroleum uh, in so there is a marine life is also disturbed due to the over drilling of crude oil. Okay, and that particular areas there is no life in the marine water, means seas, oceans, where we uh, drilling of crude oils. So that means that is uh, if we are using that fuels and we are not aware that ultimately the marine life, the atmospheric life, ultimately it is disturbed, and we are responsible for the disturbing. So there is a need to be now. If coal and petroleum products are continued to be used at present rate, there would not be any coal and petroleum left after the end of the century. There is also a very big problem if we are not consuming in a limited amount. If the consumption is reduced, so we can take a few years more to conserve that particular fossil fuels, but diminishing that stock is continuously diminishing the petroleum coals. Okay, but we have a alternate source of that particular fossil fuels like biogas. So biogas is is produced from the waste product like cattle's dung, humans waste and garbage, which on decomposed and and that are release methane gas and carbon dioxide. That particular gases, the methane and carbon dioxide, the mixture is called biogas. The mixture of methane and carbon dioxide is called biogas. The residue of biogas can be used as manure, means it is very important. After the preparing biogas, the waste product that is left, it is used for the manure, means we can use it for the fields. Now solar energy, it is the biggest non-conventional source of the energy. To make use of solar energy, it is trapped and converted into thermal and electric energy. Now total solar energy is used in various devices like solar water heater, solar cooker, solar dryer and solar cell. The solar energy is the biggest resource of the energy. And after that we have two or three kinds of the powers, so we will discuss in our next video. Thank you so much for this.